The truth behind why I sold my 2023 Nissan Z. In just a few moments, the transport truck is gonna be here to pick up the Nissan Z. So the car is going back to where I bought it from. It's going back to California. This car is the first new car that I ever bought. Well, should I say bought? I guess I did finance it, but you guys get what I'm saying. It's the first new car that I've ever had here to appreciate, and I don't know, I'm kind of sad. It truly is one of the best looking cars currently being produced on the market. So it is tastefully modified, at least in my opinion, but just look at that front end. It doesn't get much better than that. Once the delivery driver gets here to pick up the vehicle, then of course we're gonna film the process of it leaving our home and our hearts forever. But it's off to a good home. I could say that. That's all I'm gonna say. Can't say anything else other than that. So I'll catch up with you guys once the delivery driver gets here. Just found out the trailer of the truck that was coming to pick it up fell off. Glad it fell off while the car was not on it, because that would have been very bad. So now we're waiting on a new ETA and a new truck to pick up the dispatch request. Wow. All right, you guys, it's the next day, and well, they had some problems yesterday trying to come and pick it up. So the transport truck driver should be here in just a few minutes. Kind of sad to see it go, but I definitely need to take off the license plate. We don't want to send that away. I also need to remember to get the spare keys. And what else? What else am I forgetting? Oh my gosh. Oh, the Grim Reaper has arrived. It's open carry too. Wow, guys, this is it. I'm really taking off the license plate. This is really sad. Who would have thought my last drive in this car would have been in reverse? Here are these for you. Thank you. At this point, the feeling of abandonment really began to set in. It almost felt like the car was talking to me. You guys hear that? Please don't sell me. Kind of feel bad. Yeah, she's going bye-bye. She's going bye-bye, and wow. It was short-lived. I think, what, 7 months since I got it? But we had some very good times with her for sure. There she goes. As her life was now in the hands of the truck driver, I was too much in fear of what could happen to focus on the quality of the recording. A greatly difficult task of backing a rear-wheel drive manual vehicle up a steep ramp laid ahead. But with much determination, we were able to make it work. What are your thoughts?
That was crazy.
I know, like, imagine having to back a manual transmission car that's rear-wheel drive onto a trailer, having not known that clutch specifically.
Yeah, dude.
That takes talent. Like, I gotta give this guy props. He stalled a few times, which is perfectly acceptable, but stalling is much better than burning the clutch like what happened to the 350Z.
Yeah.
That was a pain. Away she goes. Oh my gosh. Look at her leave. There she goes. Last goodbye. I'll be seeing you again. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're good to go now.
That's so sad it's gone.
I know.
How long did you have it for?
We had it for probably 6 months.
Wow.
Short-lived, but we had some good times in it for sure.
But it's for a really good reason. We're not just, like, he didn't just sell it because he's like, oh, I'm gonna make a lot of money off of it. That was literally probably the last reason. Like, there's about to be some cool things happening.
There's gonna be some interest.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. Hence the reason I said we'll see you again. She is officially gone. Not forever, but for now. For now. My heart. The sky is crying right now so that I don't have to. The truth behind why I sold my 2023 Nissan Z. Well, to start, a lot of it had to do with the fact that the market is still very hot for that car. There's still very few in the United States. The markups are still insanely absurd on that vehicle. And I figured it would be financially responsible and smart of me to sell the car while I can make money or not lose money per se on the car. Secondly is I did not buy the car in cash in full. I did purchase it from Downey Nissan, and I ended up financing the vehicle. I did this because I knew that I would be selling the car after a couple months of getting content with it. I knew that it would be expensive to own. I did all the calculations prior to purchasing or getting the vehicle, and I estimated to sell it around this time, around the fall. And so I decided to go the finance route because I wanted to have as much cash flow throughout those few months as possible. So I put 0 down on the car, and I just paid monthly installments basically over the course of these past 6 months. So I mean, they were expensive. I was paying, I think it was upper 700s for the car, and I actually paid more than the minimum required amount. So I was in the lower 800s, and this is to help your credit. It's a common practice when financing anything, such as a home or really anything. So I was paying a good amount for the car every month. In addition to that, insurance was a little higher. I think it was in the 200s, low 200s, high 100s. And then also the interest rate on the car was like over 7%. Like it was something pretty, maybe it was in the 8s. I don't even remember. But regardless, it just wasn't, it was too expensive to maintain and keep ownership of. So it only made sense for me to kind of get rid of it right now. Got all the content I wanted to get out of the car, and we had some good times with it. But with that being said, there's always going to be room for more cars here. There's always plans. I have a literal spreadsheet of builds that I want to do. So we're just going to keep them pumping, and I'm going to try to retain as many of these cars as possible. For example, that Mercedes, I'm not going to sell. That thing is in my heart. And same thing with the BMW. I hope it turns out good enough to want to keep. So that's the next project, you guys. The BMW, that's my current daily driver as of now. And we're going to be doing some really cool things to it. I guess that's everything you guys wanted to hear. And the car is off to a new home in California. And it's not the last we've seen of it. So I'll just say that. I can't share too much. Now that the Z is gone, we can finally focus on finishing the interior of the Mercedes. Not only that, but once we're done with the Mercedes, it's time to start working on this gem right here, the E46 330Ci. So that is to come. This is now my new daily driver now that the Z is gone. And we have a lot of plans for the channel in terms of this car, in terms of the Mercedes. There's a lot of content coming your way. So don't worry, though the Z is gone, we still have these cars right here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Peace out.